We're off the gym. Thought I'd do a little rant. God damn, I got a big fucking head. Fuck. Anyway, off the gym. Now first, let me preface this by saying something. I'm a shit talker. I have no filter in my mouth. So, if I say something that's offensive, don't take it personal. I don't mean it personally. I don't attack you unless you attack me. I don't fuck with you unless you fuck with me. So when I say things like men's bikini, board shorts, I'm not being condescending. I know it's men's physique, but I'm not being condescending. And I have a lot of friends that compete in those classes. And truth be told, last year, or 2015, last year, I did the master's class, men's bikini, just to try it out and see what it was like and see if I liked it better, because I do have a lot of injuries. It's very hard for me to train legs. I am missing a calf. I do have nerve damage in my right brachial plexus. So, I thought I'd try it because, it's, I thought it'd be easier because it's less posing, but I gotta tell you, it's actually really fucking hard. But that's not what this rant's about. I've already had this rant several times on several Instagram pages like Muscle3, was it 660 or 320? Musclehead, he knows who I'm talking about. Shout out to him, he's a good guy. I've had this rant on forums that don't even exist anymore because I'm so goddamn old. And it's this. I see you guys, and whether you're a bodybuilder, whether you're men's bikini, physique, or classic bodybuilding, whatever it is that you're doing, maybe you're not even a competitive bodybuilder, maybe you're just a bodybuilder, maybe you're just living in the lifestyle of lifting and eating and yada yada. Here's my rant. You fucking guys taking these drugs, and either you don't know what the fuck you're doing because you look like dog shit, especially some of you that are 5'6" or less, and you weigh like 185 pounds in your off season. Now, nutrition could be a whole different rant, and I'll do that another time. And this isn't even really the preface of my rant. The preface is that you guys taking all this fucking gear, and again, no disrespect, you guys that are men's bikini, the new classic bodybuilding, you guys train hard. You guys diet hard. You guys work your asses off just as hard as anybody else. You also take just as many drugs. And here's my pet peeve. It's not because you look like shit. It's not because maybe your training is on point, maybe it isn't on point. Your nutrition is just on point, maybe your nutrition is not on point. And that's not even the point. My point is you're taking drugs and then you're complaining on Instagram or complaining on the forums about acne or gynecomastia or something. Let me tell you something. I myself and know many, many guys who have been using drugs for over 20 years. Some of these guys still have a full fucking head of hair. Okay? They don't take Propecia, they don't take Finastride, Durastride. They just don't lose their hair. They don't get gyno. I don't get gyno. I've never had gyno. And the only reason, I had long hair until I was 31 years old. The only reason I took my hair off, mother's brother's bald, it's genetic, it's in my family. My hair started to recede. I don't have a bald spot, it just receded back. That has nothing to do with trend. I hear guys complaining about, oh my God, I take Deca and my penis stops working. What the fuck? So now you have to take Cialis or Viagra just because your penis doesn't work, because you're taking Deca? And we're talking about doses of, 600 or 900 mgs, which is a man's dose. Are you fucking telling me that you take Deca and your dick just magically stops working? I have never heard or seen that side effect in anyone I personally know, and yet I'm constantly reading about it. I have met one person in my life who used trenbolone acetate and got leaky nipples. We all know that's because prolactin levels go off the chart. He's the only person I know. That is such a rare and strange fucking side effect. And if you actually take Tren and your nipples start leaking, you got to go out and buy Cabur. Cabur is expensive as fuck. We're talking, what, $3 a pill? And, so Deca Dick, leaky nipples, can't take Tren. If I take Tren, my nipples this, my nipples that. It just fucking baffles me. Then there's go back to the gyno thing, you know. I can't tell you how many bros I know that have gyno. Now, I understand estrogen in some guys converts higher to others than in maybe others. And it can be rectified, but I recommend surgery. I mean, sitting there saying I got to take letrozole because you have gyno, it just baffles my mind, because you're just taking drugs on top of drugs on top of drugs because you're getting so many side effects from the drugs that you're taking to look better. And it doesn't make any fucking sense to me. You know, letrozole completely screws up your cholesterol levels. And it knocks your estrogen in the dirt, which you do need estrogen to grow, by the way. You also need estrogen to get a fucking hard on. Now, you don't need a lot of it, but you fucking need it. It's needed. It's there for a reason. And it just blows my fucking mind. Caber, letrozole, Arimidex. Because you're having all these weird side effects. Then we get into the guys that say, oh, I must have got dirty gear. Because you got boil-sized fucking zits on your chest and back. Look, it ain't because your gear's fucking dirty. Your gear is not dirty. I mean, even if it was made in a fucking lab in someone's bathtub, it was most likely, I'm sure, filtered. If it wasn't, you'd have abscesses and other kinds of problems. So, again, here we go again. Some of you are just too fucking young to be using gear in the first place. And so you're getting these monster-sized fucking boil zits. Now you got to go on Accutane, which is another liver killer. Again, stacking drugs on top of drugs just doesn't make any fucking sense. If you're a competitive bodybuilder, if you have the genetics, and let's be honest, most of us don't. Look at the Mr. Olympia stage. There's like 10 guys on that stage out of how many billion people on the planet Earth? 7 billion, 8 billion, I don't even fucking know. And there's only like 10 to 15 guys on that stage at any one time. The best of the best. Most likely, you're not in that class. I know a lot of A-level pros. I've met them personally. I know B-level pros. I know them personally. And I know a lot of C-level pros. I'm not going to name names, but I know a lot of C-level pros. And I call them C-level pros because they ain't fucking winning shit. They ain't sponsored. They ain't got dick. Bodybuilding stands for broke bitch. No money in it. However, it's fun. I get that. The drugs make you feel strong. They make you feel good. I get that as well. But think about it for a minute. Think about your health. Because you guys in your 20s are the ones I'm mostly talking to right now. You guys are the ones that are taking the steroids. You're taking crazy dosages to do fucking men's physique and win a plastic trophy. And you're the ones that are going to be crying in 5 years because you can't get your wife pregnant. You're the ones that are on the internet, on the Instagram in 5 to 7 years saying steroids are bad for you because I'm sterile. I got zits. I lost my hair. My skin is damaged. I had to have my nipple glands cut out. My nipples leaked. You guys are the ones that are going to be talking shit and saying steroids are bad for you, and your physiques all look like dog shit. Now, again, don't get me wrong. I'm not trying to be disrespectful here. My physique looks like dog shit, okay? I'm not nothing special. I'm just a regular guy. I look like a power lifter in the off season. I don't look like a bodybuilder. I used to, but that's another rant for another day. It's all about health, guys. At 42 years old, I went to the doctor and they said, your testosterone count is 50. You do not make any luteinizing hormone or follicle stimulating hormone. You are hypogonadism failure 2. That means my raisin nuts do not talk to my pituitary gland. I cannot have children. I'm fine with that. I have a child, yes, but I can't have no more. And that's that. Like, you can't fix that. So think about what you're doing for this plastic trophy and be realistic with yourself. If you're having all these weird, crazy side effects, especially if you're in your teens, you know, and you ruin that skin, what's the point of having a big jack physique, even if it is 180 pounds and you're 5'6"? And that's respectable looking, don't get me wrong. That's a nice looking physique on the beach. But what's the point of having that if you've got skin damage? Now, I used to get acne on my arms when I was younger, naturally. And it took 20 years of tanning and just life to fade. I never had boil-sized zits, but I mean, I've seen guys in the gym with their shirts off, and it literally looks like a shotgun shot them in the front and a shotgun shot them in the back. They are so scarred up. They cannot take their shirt off on the beach without girls going, "The fuck? That's disgusting." It's not the look we're looking for. The hair falling out thing, that's genetic. The nipple gynecomastia, yeah, you're gonna maybe get that, maybe you won't. I don't. I know tons of guys that don't. Letrosal's temporary. Go get the shit cut out if you want to keep doing the sport. But my recommendation for most of you guys that are getting these weird side effects of leaking nipples, giant-sized boiled zits, gyno hair loss, you know, cholesterol problems, dick not working problems, you guys probably should not be bodybuilding. You probably are not made for it. You might want to take up a different sport. I'm not saying that to be condescending. I'm not saying give up the gym. I'm not saying go out and eat like shit and become a fat slob and play golf. Go to the gym, work out, do the best you can do, be healthy. But bodybuilding might not be for you if you're having all these weird side effects, whether it's one or all of them. And some of you have all of them because I read about it on Instagram and on the forums. Now, there's another type of guy, I know two of them, that also were not designed for bodybuilding because every 2 years they tear something. They tear a pec. 2 years later, they tear a tricep. 2 years later, they tear a bicep. 2 years later, they tear a quad. And it's not because they're training super heavy. It's not because it's a freak thing. It just happens. And all I can say to them is, dude, you've torn almost every muscle in your body. You probably should have gave up bodybuilding after the first one. If you're prone to muscle tears, there's something biomechanically not working properly in your body. Simple as that. I know I'm going to get a lot of shit for this video. I hate saying the truth, but some people just aren't made for bodybuilding. I'm not made to play basketball. I'm 6 feet tall. I can't play basketball. I can't play golf. I can't swing a fucking bat to hit a ball to save my life. But I'm pretty good at lifting weight. And whether I compete again or I don't compete again, it's just something to do. I'll never win a show. I have too many missing body parts. I'm missing a calf. I'm missing a shoulder. I can't train as heavy as I used to. In the Masters class, these guys are tough, man. They're no joke. I keep placing second place, third place. I've got one fourth place trophy in all the years I've been competing, and I've lost track how many it's been. Look at my Instagram. I've got more dust collectors and trophies. I call them dust collectors. In boxes, laying around in boxes than I can count. And there was only one of them that's a fourth place trophy. And that was at Lake Tahoe with my buddy Marlo. I didn't want to do that show. I was not looking good, feeling good. It just, I went anyway just to support him and what he was going to do, asking his girlfriend to marry him on stage. And I took fourth place at that show, and it's my worst placing. State shows, I've placed as high as second and third. They won't give me first, and they're not going to, and I accept that. So bodybuilding for me is pretty much done, so all I can do now is pass my wisdom down to you young guys. And if you're having all these side effects where you're having to take all these extra drugs, probably bodybuilding is not for you. If you're tearing muscles and getting injured all the time, I'm telling you, it's not for you. Take up something else. There's plenty of other extreme sports out there. There's plenty of other fun things you can do. I like to work on my Jeep. I'm building a rock crawler. It's a very expensive sport, but then again, so is bodybuilding. So take it for what it's worth. And And maybe this will, shed some light on some of you guys, because I can't believe the stuff that you're going through, and it just freaks me out because I've never gone through any of it, and 90% of the guys in the gym that I know have never gone through it, and it's just weird. And I just thought I'd give you this rant. I'll do another round of nutrition or something one of these days where I will talk some serious shit on you small guys, because you fuckers love to fuck with me. Anyway, this is Tommy. Peace out.